Hello everyone. So today we are ready to finally record a podcast after a long time, and we are going to talk about two shows that were a very major part of our childhoods. One being a very awesome show called Butowski. I hope you would have heard about it. And the second one is a surprise that we'll just start talking about mid conversation. You'll be able to catch it. So, as I just said, the first one is Butowski. This show was aired on Disney XD. Meanwhile, I was like in ninth and 10th, and before that as well. I have seen all of its episodes on repeat for many years. So, this is about a kid who is a daredevil, and it is funny as well, but it also teaches us a lot. So, Dylan, what do you think about this show?
Well, I'd like to think it's very well animated for its time, considering how most of the cartoons nowadays have a very fixed formula and structure to all of them. Butowski has the genres of action, romance, friendship, betrayal, music, among other rock related things.
Yeah, so right now, just as Dylan mentioned, it is a whole package. It does not miss anything. You would love it no matter what your age or genre of choice is. So let's talk about the main character in this. As the show is titled, Butowski. This guy, very young, I guess 10 years of age, is a daredevil. He wants to be a daredevil, and this is basically a story of how he progresses through it. He does not age, but he progresses through it.
Just like Ash.
Yep, just like Ash. And so, he is very good at it, alright? It's not about how he gets better. He is already good at it, and he is good at the best part of being a daredevil, that is failing epically and magically healing from it somehow. Because it's a cartoon show. So, firstly, this guy, he never gives up no matter what. He has literally been hurt so much, not emotionally, physically.
Well, emotionally can be counted as well.
Can you go a bit deep about that?
Well, when I'm talking about emotional damage, I'm pretty sure his own family would be top contenders. His little sister, who keeps bullying him, and is probably, arguably, a better daredevil at him. Let's not forget his elder brother, who also keeps bullying him, but we all know he's the worst daredevil in the show itself. And then comes his parents, who just ignore his existence majority of the day.
Yeah, so this family is a real mess, and it's very complicated to be around. Trust me, if I would have been in his place, it would not go the same. It would be a lot messier. Firstly, in the order that you mentioned them, the little sister, Brianna. So this little miss is just 8 years old, but she is the boss of Kick. And the only reason that is happening is because Kick lets this happen. He just tries to protect her, he just tries to, fulfill her wishes, but she misuses them to an extent that is just wrong, and there's no other adjective that can describe it.
Some would even say that Brianna is a bratty sis.
Brianna, oh, that is a perfect adjective actually. That is how you would describe her. In one incident, in one episode, Kick's favorite bicycle, the classic blue bicycle, she took it and she painted it pink and she used it and she broke it. And with that, she broke a lot of fans' hearts as well, but she did not care, did she? She never does. But Kick still was fine with it. Not fine with it, to be honest, but like, he let it go. He could have done a lot more damage than he did.
As we said, that's the emotional damage that he attains from his family. Now, moving on from his family, we also have emotional damage that could be caused by his friends or people around him, such as his yandere girlfriend who never gives up. There was even an episode dedicated to her where she records the time that he takes to pee in the bathroom because she's so obsessed with his daredevil stunts.
Ah, yes, that Jackie Wacker, man. That is the definition of how to, put a line between a fan and an obsessed person you need to really stay away from. And she is not safe for Kick. She is not safe for anyone. This miss has nude photos of Kick. This miss has everything of Kick. She records him while he doesn't want to be recorded.
Sleeping.
Sleeping, bathing, peeing, and literally everything. And she is obsessed with him. Her room is full of Kick stuff, which I don't know why even exists because he is not a big superstar yet. But this miss probably made it herself. It seemed sweet in the starting, in the first few episodes she showed up. But then we realized it's not sweet because she might even kill Kick for Kick.
And after his yandere girlfriend, we can obviously mention the principal of the school, who is the very famous episode where Kick is shown dodging all the dodgeballs in Super Saiyan mode. That's because the principal was trying to teach Kick on how to spell. Yes, the principal was teaching Kick Butowski how to win a spelling bee by throwing dodgeballs at the speed of light at him.
Yeah, that black man is not safe to be around. And that is not a public opinion, that's just very specific about the principle. So, and oh, there is not just humans, there is one dog as well. That dog, I don't want to abuse. So, he has made Kick's life hell, little living hell. After his brother Bradley, he is the only being that, is such a mess in his life. And he is kind of into his butt, I guess, because every time he walks around, he has to bite his butt. I don't know how it is still there. And he messes up his stunts, he messes up his homework. I remember this being because, as Dylan mentioned, the principal, one episode, this thing had eaten Kick's homework for real, which I just was just to mention the very famous joke, my dog ate my homework. And the expected happened, the principal did not believe it, but then he actually showed up with the homework in his mouth. So yeah, harmful but dumb.
The only relief Kick gets in this show would be from either his fans or his best friend Gunther. Now, Gunther is, how do we put it? He's basically Rowley from the Wimpy Kid series, if anyone has read it. He's dumb, gullible, but a true best friend in the time of need.
Yeah, Gunther Magnuson. He is a Viking boy. His family is full Viking. They have a Viking themed restaurant going. I would really like to visit that place if it actually exists. I mean, it doesn't, but if something like that exists, I would definitely go. And that guy is the perfect best friend anyone could ever hope for. He is always by Kick's side. He has never let him down quite a few times, but he has never, let him down to the point of getting rid of him. And he has been his best actual support, the kind you need, not the kind you need to stay away from. He has been with him since the beginning. He is basically the stunt manager of all his stunts, also the stunt recorder. So yeah, he is very important, and it is impressive because that fat boy actually keeps up. It is not, the credit is not given to him, but he actually keeps up. Also, give him some cheetah chug and you'll know what a real beast is. I absolutely love Gunther. If not for Kick, Gunther would be my absolute favorite character, my favorite childhood character.
And apart from family, friends, and girlfriends, there is even more to this cartoon series if you can't imagine. The Kick also has a life that is purely Daredevil related, where there are characters that purely exist to challenge his level of stunts. He even goes on to perform stunts with his some of his inspired heroes in monster trucks in some episodes as well.
Yeah, like there are some very good characters that are basically idols to Kick. One is a one-handed motor truck driver, monster truck driver, and he is a pretty cool guy because he actually gave Kick the chance to drive in the monster truck with him. After being impressed with him because something very cartoony happened, but it was very cool as well. And that Billy was the name, I guess. But that guy is a real daredevil, alright. He is a successful daredevil, and Kick looks up to him in that manner. But there's also another character. He might not have appeared too much, but I really respect him for what he is. He is homeless, but that's not the point. He is the wrestler, Mr. Papercut, which actually, taught Kick how to handle his issues, mostly his brother, and how to always stand up for himself. One of my most favorite episodes is when Kick is bullied by Bradley to an extent he just does not want to be around anymore. He just avoids him at all costs. It really put a mess. Like it had started affecting his stunts and everything. So he just met Paper Cut and he was like, like he didn't ask him how I deal with this, but due to circumstances, their problems collided because the wrestler's brother was also the problem for the wrestler because he is the guy who got him out of the ring. So they both defeated their brothers using wrestling, and it was a very epic match. It was a start for Kick to really stand up for himself and to show Bradley that, bruh, I am the daredevil. And it's very awesome. Like the paper cut guy, he goes full Popeye. Like you gave him a paper cut, he would just go everything numb. But you give him some motivation, he would go full wrestler type thing, and he is pretty awesome.
Now, moving on from the characters, we can talk about how cartoonish is it that Kick's costume is main color is white for a daredevil that constantly crashes in mud, in swamps. How does he keep that clean throughout the series? I mean, I know Gunther, he's a little more smarter in these situations. He wears casual clothes and he always has replacements because his family is a Viking family, expected to get into violent situations.
Oh, well, this part, I have a very different opinion on this because it might just be for art style and to appeal to kids. Because if we actually go that literal, Kick would have died in the first episode.
I'm not talking about death, I'm just talking about the style of the color of his daredevil costume. I'm sure that, yeah.
Yeah, that specific part does need to have some corrections. Like the opposite might not look good, it would be very Santai, but it would make more sense because even as children we are always told कि if you're going to play in the mud, don't you dare wear white because those stains ain't going. But cake stains are probably blood and mud and everything in between. So that is going to be a problem. But that reminds me, we might have not talked about the family in as much detail as they actually deserve. Because Kick being a daredevil also has some family history. In one episode, it was actually revealed that Kick's mom was actually a daredevil, a proper daredevil in her prime. Like, her ace was speedboating, but she did other stuff as well, daredevil related. And she was like at the top of her game. She was pretty awesome. Her dad was a normie, and so is Bradley, but Brianna and Kick both get the daredevil genes full on. So that is very epic. Also, Bradley, well, he is just like the elder brother of
Kick
that guy from
from
the
Wimpy Kids.
Kid guy. Yeah, Roderick's elder brother.
Yeah, I mean, it is very surprising on how the two series are very closely related when it comes to the similarity of characters. Like the older brother in Wimpy Kids, Roderick Heffley, if I'm not wrong, he is almost the same note character as Bradley in the series, and the same would go for the younger brothers, the twins. I think Manny. No, I mean in the movies it was Manny, but it's younger brother Manny in the Wimpy Kid series books. And basically, he's supposed to be a bratty younger brother who gets away with a lot of stunts, and the family forgives them instantly. And the same can be said with Brianna.
Yeah, we are kind of discovering that they have more in common that people might have actually observed for. So it's pretty cool. Wimpy Kid and Kick Butowski. Kick is basically the Wimpy Kid but a daredevil.
Much better badass than Greg Heffley ever would be.
True that. And let's talk about the aspect that, gives Kick his energy to do more. This is unsponsored. Cheetah Chug. The juice of life for Kick Butowski. That is thing for me, but give him some Cheetah Chug and he will do the magic. And that thing, I don't think it's safe for drinking for any human being, because the kind of boost it provides, it might actually be, real toxic stuff, radioactive stuff or something, because you don't put Coca-Cola and fly off using bikes. That ain't happening. This stuff is dangerous.
So basically, it's Red Bull multiplied by 1,000. Well,
It gives you wings, but not just wings, it gives you claws, jaws, and everything. It makes you a fucking mystic character.
yeah, I mean, like, even in the Cartoon Network side, there were a lot of Kick Butowski games. So I think even in then, the Cheetah Chug was represented as a boost of sorts. I mean, I don't know if it's a drink or a proper drug, considering how they treated it in the show itself. But it's safe to assume that it was probably better for fuel for cars than drinks for children.
Yeah, they used it like that also mostly. And they were obsessed with it. The people who actually used to consume it were addicted to it. It was a drug. And let's talk about the last aspect of this, which is the awesome opening theme. That is one of the best pieces of music that I've ever heard, no matter what anyone says. That gives me energy, complete full on energy. Wake up in a morning and you haven't had proper rest since 5 days, you will still have the energy to do stuff. You want to be a daredevil after listening to that. It literally made my days, a lot of them.
I mean, back back in those times, cartoons were probably given a lot more importance. I don't know what the current generation is up to, but like the animation style, the music, the storylines, and the dark concepts behind all of it I don't know how or why they paid so much attention to detail with these kid shows, but apparently Kick Butowski got the best of it, or apparently one of the best of it.
Yeah, those shows were really nice. Everything about them was really nice. They were like real life lessons that if you imply, you would actually improve a lot. And apart from that, well, shows like Cake Butowski do not, there are no more of them, not in this generation at least. Like, we'll talk more about in the next podcast about how they massacred Ben 10.
Oh my god!
Yeah, but also today's generation, they'll focus on, the actual good stuff if they get time from these TikToks and Reels.
Hentai.
Well, that's a good thing. Continue doing that. Okay, so now let's stop talking about kick and talk about the guy who kicks.
Jackie Chan.
The OG, the epic master of kung fu and whatnot, all martial arts, stunts, everything. But it's not about him. It's more about a animated show that he was a very big part of because it was on his name, Jackie Chan Adventures. So this show was something that I had first watched in Tamil language. Like I was at a friend's place, had nothing to do because as kids we did not actually have anything to do. And Sun TV, a Tamil cartoon channel, was on, and this was freaking awesome. So I saw it in Hindi and English completely, and a lot of people have not seen it. It's very underrated. It's so awesome. And to me personally as well, because I was always into martial arts, and this thing was to a point related to martial arts, only to a point. But yeah, Jackie Chan's in it. So what can go wrong?
I mean, the legend himself. You put him in an empty room, he'll still find something to hit you with. And there's nothing different of representation with him in this show either. The actor still performs his stunts, although more verbally than physically. Don't worry, he doesn't say the N word when I say verbal stunts. But his voice acting really does bring the show, bring the eye attraction to the show. I mean, for a Jackie Chan show that's all about martial arts, it also focuses on the mystical arts, as Mate had said earlier. There are apparently 10 rings, if I'm not wrong.
Let's not go to Marvel here. There are talisman, okay? There are stones basically that are based off on Chinese zodiac, and those stones give you powers, very epic powers. And
That's arguable.
that's, yeah, it's like which talisman you have and which you actually need kind of thing. But yeah, also one fun fact about Chinese astrology, like these 12 talisman, they're actually the zodiac signs or the astrological, star signs from zodiac, the Chinese zodiac. And in every 4 years, like if you get your kundali in Chinese, they will actually tell you which animal sect do you belong to. And every 4 years it changes, as in if you're born in 2000 and if a person is born in 2004, you will have the same animal sect. And for the people born in 2000, as I am, you are all dragons. Okay, be proud of yourself. We are fire breathing dragons. We are awesome. So now it is very interesting that what powers these talisman give you. So let's have a small live quiz about it. So there are 12. 6 I will quiz Dylan about, and 6 Dylan will quiz me about. So let us begin. So first one, no cheating.
Okay.
First one is rooster, murga.
It gives you the power of screaming very loudly. Super scream. I'm gonna guess that's it.
That's that actually makes sense. We're gonna do one thing. We're gonna make sense so that you know that how much these do not make sense. So yeah, Dylan said screaming. It would make perfect sense because roosters scream in the morning, like, and that is very good in the village, very bad in the city. But roosters, which are flightless birds, they give you the power of levitation and telekinesis. Both of them. Now, let's come to the next one. Ox talisman.
That's gotta be strength.
Yeah, that is an accurate one here. Okay, Ox gives you strength. It is super strength. Very simple. Next, snake talisman.
Poison.
That would also make much more sense than what it actually is. It kind of makes very low sense, but I cannot say like it's so dumb like giving rooster the flight power, but no, it gives you invisibility. Snakes give you invisibility. Snake talisman. So yeah, let's just accept that. Now, rabbit.
Rabbit has to be speed.
Yep, rabbits are fast. They give you speed, and that is correct. Super speed. Very basic powers. This one is very interesting. This is the most interesting one. Sheep.
Sheep. I want to say mind control.
Okay. Can you please tell me where that comes from?
Like I'm thinking of the saying, don't follow like sheep, and I'm gonna guess, that's where my mind goes to.
That is a very good logic. But the creators, well, the person who gave these powers is not. So, sheep gives you astral projection for some reason.
Uh,
Yeah, it makes zero sense. And now it's my turn.
all right. So, Mate, are you ready for the 6 Chinese quiz talisman thingy?
Sure.
Okay, so we have got the dragon, which you've already mentioned.
Yeah. So, dragons must be giving you. Like, they're big, they can fly, they breathe fire breathing.
Well, close enough. Dragon talisman gives you combustion. Basically, imagine Bakugo. That's basically it.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
interesting.
yeah. Apparently, dragons are a lot more similar to Muslims. Moving on, we got the rat talisman. Can you guess?
Get me banned, man.
That was a joke, guys. That was a joke to the dragons.
YouTube algorithm, this was joke. Okay? Very friendly. All religion very good.
Exactly. Dragon religion best. Anyways,
Hi.
the next is the rat talisman. Can you guess what the rat talisman's power would be?
Rat. Okay, so those cheeky little thingies are good at biting, right? So, looking at what these things have, shown us up till now, maybe a lot of biting or clawing, something like that, bone hardening.
So you're thinking along the lines of Beast Boy.
Yeah,
Well,
kind of.
Yeah, that would make sense. I mean, they're most famously known for the Black Plague, so you won't be far off. But no, in Jackie Chan Adventures, the rat talisman gives you the power of animation. You can make stuff up.
Like you become Akira Toriyama or something? What?
How do I put this? It's a Green Lantern. You're Green Lantern, but you're a rat. You're a rat Green Lantern.
That makes less sense than sheep doing astral projection, but okay.
I mean, in DC, I think there is a squirrel that has a lot of, like, is a Green Lantern. I'm not sure. I think I saw it in.
Everything can be a Green Lantern, but then it would not make sense because everyone would be Green Lantern.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Moving,
Let's just accept.
moving on to the next talisman, which is horse. What do you think this talisman's power would be?
Okay, we have covered speed and rabbit, but if it is something faster than speed, because horse is literally a definition of speed. So let's say teleportation because it's faster than a rabbit, definitely.
Okay, horse and teleportation due to speed. I mean, yeah, I get your logic. They did name a unit of speed after it. Or is it unit of power? Anyways,
Tough power. Anyways, don't go.
anyways, you are wrong. The powers of the horse in Jackie Chan Adventures are healing and regeneration. Yes, people, you heard this correct. If you are a horse or similar to a horse in Chinese astrology, then you are basically Deadpool.
Wow.
Moving on, we got the monkey talisman. Marty, what do you think the monkey's power would be? Smartness?
Due to personal experiences, this has got to be the power of stealing.
Marty, we don't call Africans like that. But moving on, the power for monkeys is not stealing apparently, even though they're very good at it. All of my toffees were already stolen, but it's animal shape-shifting, because we all know monkeys to be the shape-shifters they are. Those sneaky little bastards. You can't catch them. They keep shape-shifting.
Doesn't cat make more sense here?
How does cat shape-shift?
It's very fluid. Monkeys are not.
I would put cat down for reanimation because of the 9 lives thing.
Cats are awesome. They can have all powers.
Cats are assholes as well, but yeah. Alright,
Animalist.
Alright, moving on to the next talisman. We got the dog.
Oh, dogs are loyal, so maybe put someone under your control.
Ah, nice. That would be a good suggestion. But no, again, the Chinese beg to differ. I don't know. That all those squinty eyes do not help with the clarity. They have, according to the Jackie Chan Adventures, again, you have the power of immortality and rejuvenation. If you have a dog talisman, yes, a dog which has its own unit of life called dog years, because they don't live long. You get immortality for that representation, and rejuvenation, which technically also goes to the it's part of the horse, but sure, why not rejuvenation as well?
Wow. Wow.
Next talisman, Marty, you must be familiar with this one, the pig talisman.
Why would I be familiar?
That's up to you to answer.
I like to eat, so
Let's move on to the powers that you think the pig would have.
okay. So pigs are lazy. Put someone under sleep.
The power of sleep. A lot of hypnotic powers you're leading with, but okay.
I'm hypnotic.
Anyways, the power of the pig talisman is thermal vision.
How? Give me one absolute drop of logic of a pig having thermal vision ever.
I don't have an answer for that. Honestly, no. Let's just finish this off with the last talisman. We got tiger. What do you think? What do you got down for tiger?
Increase attack stats. Come on, tigers are literally definition of animal attacking.
So you're suggesting super strength?
No, like increased fighting spirit or something. Like you fight faster and better. that kind of thing.
So enhanced compatibility.
Yes, exactly.
Alright, then you would be dead wrong. The Chinese again beg to differ. I mean, I don't know what the. Anyways, the power for the tiger talisman in the Jackie Chan Adventures cartoon is spiritual balance.
Where is it? What does that even mean?
Suppose your aura is off. Alright, like when I called you,
Like
when I said you might be familiar with pig, I could, as an empath, I could feel your vibes were not exactly friendly. Maybe it brings friendliness. I don't
So
know.
it brings spiritual balance to you or your enemy?
That is a good question, which the wiki of Jackie Chan Adventures does not answer. Good luck to those who want to find out. Go watch the show.
There's an interesting information there. Something that gives you a power, some like spiritual balance. So nice that we can't even understand it, was just concealed within a pie at a country fair in Texas. That's how they found it.
Of course, everyone knows spiritual balance is best known in Vegas. Because you can do anything in Vegas. Sorry, Texas. Because you can do anything. They're basically the same. Only one dies in more commonly than the other.
I have relatives in Texas. I don't see any spiritual balance there.
See, because you haven't been to Texas.
Yeehaw! Alright, moving on. So, talisman aren't the only thing, because this was just about the first season. They actually have something much, they have some more stuff. One is Oni mask. Oni means demon in Chinese, Japanese kind of thing. Both actually, I'm still confused. So you put this on, you become demon. Okay, very simple.
So the talismans make you a demon.
The mask, the
Oni
mask
okay.
make you a demon.
So if, let's say, you're wearing an Oni mask and you also have the tiger talisman which gives you spiritual balance,
you would become a spiritually balanced demon, I guess. Yeah, very sus. Jackie Chan would know. Okay, it's Jackie Chan.
Of course, the master of martial arts would know everything about the supernatural.
Yes, you don't mess with what Jackie Chan does.
I so want to see him in Shang-Chi sequel.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, they did have rumors that they were trying to get him for the first movie.
Oh, also, you just mentioned supernatural. They could not keep it away, because in this beginning, as I mentioned, it was normal martial arts. Okay, talisman give you weird powers, alright. But in the end, Jackie Chan was, single-handedly fighting dragons and literally kicking their butts.
Of course, Mate, it's a Chinese-led show. Anyone knows that if you visit Asia and it's an action film, there has to be at least one dragon that needs to get its ass kicked or a heart ripped out or punched through.
Why is that so accurate? Like, what is the stuff with you people, huh? Please, dragon lives matter.
So do dogs, but yeah.
Yeah, those guys have them, and they are giving them immortality. What are they, immortal in your stomach, huh? Is that what you mean? Let's not start roasting Chinese people, alright? They're also
Quite good at roasting other stuff.
accurate. Yeah, so we have not got much time left, like, for the podcast to finish. We are still alive and well.
For now.
So Jackie Chan is awesome, and with that we would like to conclude our podcast for today. See you next time.